Colonial Park. And then Dad made sure that, you know, since I was more active up in North County, that I got involved with a church called Trinity Baptist. He actually went up there and scouted the church. Kind of funny, and said, "Ron, I think you'd like this church." What kind of dad does that? You know, I mean, somebody. I'll try not to cry on this part. It's tough. One time, you know how you have youth activities in the summer?
Oh, no, we need it there. It's in front of the bedroom.
Leave it there. Leave it where it was. No.
It pulls the air from the room.
So anyway, there's the youth group at this small church. You know, they have this big event. We're going to Dalton, Georgia, this church camp, and you know, it's a big summer event. You know, everybody's excited. The day we're going to leave, the church, for some reason, said there's no transportation to go. They aren't going. And I think the kids were at this house. I can't remember that part, whether we were here or then went over to the church.
But yeah.
But my parents were not happy campers at that point. So I heard, you know, they kind of, Dad and Mom talked briefly. Then all of a sudden, you know, Dad's getting ready to go to work. You know, he's got his van. He's got his partner here, Fred Day. You know, Brown and Day was the construction company that had a partnership. And then all of a sudden, Dad is frantically emptying his van out. His work van, his old VW
And it had a lot
mess.
of stuff in it.
Yeah, it's kind of like my van. It's messed up, you know. And he's just, and I'm going, "What are you doing?" "You're going." "We're going where?" "You're taking us to Georgia?"
North Georgia.
"North." "Yeah, this is on the border."
Isn't that amazing?
"And you're taking us to North Georgia?" "Yeah, you know, his words, "You're going." So I start telling all the kids, "He's taking us in the van to North Georgia." Panel van came, I don't know if you see out the windows.
Very safe.
We just sat on the floor. We just sat on the floor. We were like, you didn't high five back then. I don't know what
You were
we
celebrating.
But we were
on the
celebrating.
floor of a van.
Now look, think about this. Think about this.
Doing 70 miles an hour.
Think about this. Think about this. It's like 11, 12 hours up there. Then he drops us off and he says, "Have a good time, bye." He drove straight back with him and Fred. That's like a day straight. No stop, and you know, no hotel, nothing. And I'm going, okay. And this is where it gets tough. What kind of parent
Would do that, really. Unbelievable.
you know, that
Then he did.
family is that important?
Yep.
All right, I'm done for a while. Somebody else is going to talk.
And then he came back and picked you up and brought you back.
Yes.
Round trip again.
Yes.
Because-
Good point.
And he loaded it, when he got back, he loaded his van up in North that week and then had to unload it again to
How
come.
many kids were in the van?
It's like 6, 7.
Yeah, it was
It's
full.
smaller.
And then,
No,
and then those things wouldn't do 80. We would do 70 with nobody in it. I'm sure it was floored all the way doing 60.
That's why I wrote in that flyer what he said, that he would sacrifice.
Yeah.
Now he didn't treat us. He didn't treat us like spoilers. Okay, I don't want you to get the idea. He knew how to use his belt. When we misbehaved, and we usually deserved it, if Mom's famous words were, "Wait till Dad gets home," and we were terrified. And when the belt came off, he, you know, grabbed the wrist. Out comes this thin belt, and you say, "Well, that's terrible."
I think
And it probably is terrible in a way, but in a way it's not, because you just get the punishment over. You know you did wrong, and we knew we did wrong. My hard part was he'd always belt Mike first, you know, whack his legs with a belt, and I'm sitting there watching, terrified, seeing him get Mike, and then I knew. Then he saw how terrified I was, and he was easy on me, so it worked out.
And I didn't even do anything. He'd always do something, go, Mike, I can't believe you did that.
Mike, I heard you got him in trouble a whole bunch of times.
That's not true.
Mike's never had a mischievous bone in his body. I promise.
Oh, yeah, right.
Still does.
All right, moving on. You know, toward Dad's, I'm kind of running through threads, but with regard to his spiritual life, as he became older, you know, I came by one time and Mom said, I asked where his dad was, and she said, oh, he's doing his thing. He's out in the backyard reading his Bible. So, you know, I found out that he did devotions. He was more focused on eternal things, you know, as you get older. And I think everybody in the family, you know, you've heard him pray at meals. You know how much his faith meant to him. And as I mentioned at the VA, that he really wants everybody to come to know the Lord. If you don't, it's a high priority to him. He wants everybody, you know, his patriarchal role, he took it seriously, and he wants everybody to know him, to know the Lord. So one of his favorite verses, you probably know it, is John 3:16. For God so, you know, so is really an important word there, loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So, in a way, you know, if you do know the Lord, that's now your responsibility. It's my responsibility to, you know, reach out to your own families and to our extended family and continue that process, because eternal matters are so important. Kind of hobbies and interests. Did you know that he boxed in the Army?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
know he
Forgot
was a
about that.
cab driver?
He's a cab driver. I didn't know that till recently. So that was on what, the birth certificate?
On his birth certificate.
Yeah,
I'm like,
okay.
what?
Did you know he made his own bullets and loved to go shooting?
I used to help him do that.
Okay. He made his own cast net, and before there was
How did you do
a
that?
Fort DeSoto that had a connection, there used to be an island, and they used to call it Mullet Key out there. I guess they may still have that. But he'd go out there cast netting, and once in a while he'd come home, he'd have just zillions of mullet, you know, and he's...
What would we do, Ron? He'd throw the net, and we had big bags. And a mullet, you have to break their, you know, put their fingers in the gill, break their neck or whatever, and throw them in there. So a little bit of blood, not a lot. But every once in a while we'd see one of these little sand sharks.
Oh, geez.
I'm going, Dad? Oh, they won't bother you.
Here comes a great white shark. So that was a little bit dangerous, just a little bit. As you probably know, looking around the place, he liked to build furniture. So he built this, he built that, he built that. I think he framed that mirror.
The walls, all the brickwork.
The
this
kitchen.
stuff,
The
the
kitchen,
back,
the brickworks.
And,
the
and,
beams.
and all the
Replaced-
cabinets in the kitchen.
Place-
are all-
yeah. Of course, this used to be a back porch with a 2 or 3 foot wall and a screen that was tilted out, and it had redwood furniture in it. Okay, so that was totally
And
different.
the fireplace was a pride.
Fireplace, wasn't here. He built that.
Imagine.
The chimney.
Brick by brick.
There used to be a sidewalk that went straight out from the front door, just a concrete sidewalk. He tore that up and put in the red brick, and kind of an early American style of furniture and decor. Here's a pretty funny story.